What's up, guys? Hey, how we doing? So we got Dallas this weekend. We got return of the West Coast 250 riders. Are we going to see the same Deegan we saw early, or are we going to see the Deegan we saw last year? And I know there's a tie for the point lead, but if Webb can get over on Chase Sexton, it's going to change things quite a bit. And I just want to touch a little bit on Feld's Shady history. I really went down the rabbit hole after what they did to Road to Recovery. I just want you to know who this company is and what their beliefs are and where they come from. Thank you to everybody who sent me your address for the Nano-Xtreme. If you email me, chriscookseymedia@gmail.com, put your name, address, and email, and do it in a form there where I can just copy and paste it, because I got thousands of these things, kind of like P. Davey right here. And we'll go ahead and get you a sample out so you can try it. You don't have to take my word for it. Just find out if it works. And everybody so far has been like, yes, this stuff's so great. So just try it. Tell me what you think. And when you're ready to buy it, head over to Nano-Xtreme. Use code Cooksey for free shipping. If you're looking for some content, head over to the Coach Robb podcast show. Coach Robb on YouTube has all sorts of good shows. Subscribe there. He's got his interviews. He did an interview with Jeremy Martin. He's got the vet racing show. He's got a show dedicated to amateur racing. He's got all sorts of stuff and a plethora of stuff. Anything you want to know about physical fitness, Coach has probably done a video on it. So head over, give Coach a subscribe, and check out his content.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So we get the Deegs back this weekend, and I love it. I love when Deegan grabs the mic and just says whatever he wants. And the dude can flat out fly. But what we've seen early in this year, yes, he's been good, but he has not been like what he was expected to do versus what he's doing. It doesn't exactly match up. He came into the West thinking he was going to have his rival, Levi Kitchen. And one thing about Hayden Deegan is he builds strength off these rivalries and these challenges. And I think when Levi bailed out, it really kind of took a little edge off of Hayden. He lost a little bit of fire. It reminded me of when he was racing Futures. When he was racing Futures, he was supposed to win by a big distance. He didn't have this big mountain to climb. He didn't have somebody to battle, to get fired up against. But the way that Julien Beaumer has started this season, he's got a guy now. Now that he's had a week off, 2 weeks off to kind of process it, I think we're going to see a different Hayden Deegan. I think you're going to see more of a Hayden Deegan like we saw towards the end of last year, and he is going to come out spitting fire. But he has to stop making the mistakes. He's made them in the outdoors, but he has enough time to catch up, still pass the guys, and he's that much better. In Supercross, when he makes these mistakes, he's not able to completely recover. And he's also got a teammate that's out there just riding the wheels off that thing in Cole Davies. He wants to still prove, no, I'm the guy. Yeah, the kid's good, but I'm the guy. So he's got a lot to show. There's a lot on the line for Hayden Deegan this weekend. And if he wants to be the champion, he has got to get on a run here pretty soon. In the 450 class, what I'm watching for is Chase Sexton. Yes, they're tied for the point lead, but Chase Sexton has got to gain points on Webb this weekend. If he makes more mistakes, it's going to put a ton of pressure on him. Now, Webb doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but he is incredibly fast at Daytona. He rides that track really well. He will be hard to beat at Daytona. So if Chase loses points to him this weekend, that might be 3 weeks in a row where he loses to Webb. That's going to be a big hole. So I'm watching to see if Chase Sexton can kind of get his mind straight again, stop making these crazy mistakes, stop trying to time the gate, and use, like he was by far the fastest guy last weekend, but he didn't get the win. He has to either get the win or at least be in front of Webb this weekend to really take back that championship momentum. The weirdest thing that I've seen is Cameron Mcadoo posting on social media that he'll be back in a couple weeks. What? We just saw you laid out on the track, look like you were dead. Your ACL's blown out. You're not in the championship fight. Just go get your knee fixed. Let your head heal, go get your knee fixed, and come back when you're ready. We don't need to see any more Cameron Mcadoo yard sales out there because you're riding, in a diminished capacity. And I really hope he doesn't go out there in a diminished capacity and hurt somebody else, which he has done before. Ask Chris Bloss about that. He sent Chris Bloss off in a helicopter because he made bad decisions. Don't do it again. Can somebody please, around Mcadoo, park him and tell him, go get the knee surgery that you need and just let your brain heal? It's a great opportunity to take the time that you need to heal on that concussion, because that was clearly a concussion. You don't lay out there like that if it wasn't. His eyes busted up. Do not let this fool get back out there. Please don't. Man, this Wasserman, Lucas Myrtle, Lawrence situation just keeps getting weirder. And I'll tell you what, guys, this thing's crazy. I don't even really know right where it stands. I know Lucas, his case is getting stronger and stronger and stronger. The Lawrences could even be on the hook. And I'll tell you what, I sure wouldn't want to be Jacob Hayes right now. And I don't know if he did it on his own or he was put up to it. But there's some stuff going on with Jacob Hayes that is really, really bad. So I'll tell you what, if I was a rider, I sure wouldn't want to be around the Wasserman organization because it is not good. And seeing this and kind of diving into these agencies, and I also heard some rumors about some former racers, Chad Reed, James Stewart. They're not broke. They're not broke. They're doing okay. They're not in the best financial situation. You would think these guys with these Hall of Fame careers, championships, would just be set for life, right? I don't think that's the case. That's just not where they're at right now, at least according to the people I've been talking to. Are they broke? No. But they are not near the situation that Kevin Windham is. Why is that? Kevin didn't win nearly as many championships. He didn't win nearly as many races. How did he end up doing so much better in his financial world than these guys? Well, a lot of that has to do with good advice. And it's something that I think we need to set up for these riders. A little bit of education on what to do with the money they get. They are targets. They are uneducated, risk-taking, and young. That's a bad combination, and they are primed to make bad decisions. But I think Lucas's new agency, I think they're setting up a program to make sure guys end up at the end of their careers more like Kevin Windham and less like some of the guys that are not as well off. Check out Ride Strap, the best goggles, glasses, get your Red Pill shirt. Just a great company. And we're having the Cooksey Cookout. Go to cooksymob.com and sign up. It'll be the Sunday after the Daytona Supercross. So head over to thecooksymob.com and sign up, and I will see you next Sunday. Precision Transport, the best shipping company out there. They really do take pride in getting your stuff there when it's supposed to be there, with good tracking numbers. They're just good people. Family owned. Hit up pre-transport if you need to ship anything. Check out Motobilia. This is the best motorcycle memorabilia, high-end stuff. If you want to sell anything, head over to Motobilia. If you want to buy anything, check out Motobilia. It's just some really cool stuff. So head over there and just, man, I just like looking at the site because it's got such cool stuff. So seeing the situation with Feld, and they've kicked out, Colin Morrison, who was promoting sobriety and supporting some privateers. Then they've kicked out Road to Recovery because they were allegedly handing out gift bags with donations over $50 that donate to the riders. Let me tell you a little bit about Feld. This company, the founder, the original founder, Irvin Feld, was a snake oil salesman. And I don't mean that as a hyperbole. He was a snake oil salesman in the circus. That's what he did. He sold snake oil. Seriously, true story. He absolutely did. And this company has a storied history in making money off of entertainment. One of the key things that they've always done is they keep the performers scared and abused so they don't ask for more money. What they make them think is, okay, if you speak up, you'll be out of the circus and we'll go on without you. You'll just be the one out. And that's what they do. And they do that. They actually cut some people. Anyone that speaks up and says, hey, wait a second, you wouldn't be able to sell those tickets if we didn't put on this great show, but all you guys do is bring all the stuff. They have been involved in some scandals of epic proportions. Kenneth Feld hired a former CIA agent to follow around and harass a journalist who was doing a tell-all book on their family and kind of letting out some of the secrets and some of the stuff about the Feld family and how scandalous they are. So they hired this former CIA agent who was fired from the CIA for lying in a testimony about the Iran-Contra affair. Yes, so they take this, this CIA agent who's clearly a dirtbag and part of the Iran-Contra. Remember the illegal war where they actually, sold drugs to the inner cities to pay for an illegal war? Yeah, that actually happened. This dude actually lied about it. And then he works for Feld. So that gives you an idea of the people they're rubbing elbows with. There's a story of Kenneth Feld having his own sister beat up and dragged out of a memorial service. Allegedly, 3 of his goons beat her up, dragged her out, allegedly, according to the article I read, said groped her and threw her on her can. There is so much around this family. They are just dirty. So to see them stop a nonprofit organization who's helping the riders, who are the elephants in this situation, they are the performers who pay to go race these races, yeah, it's not surprising. What Feld has found in motocross racing and supercross racing is a circus where you don't have to haul the animals around. These people, the racers, are essentially their animals. They pay you to come compete at the event. They pay you, and you get to sell tickets and promote and do all the things that the circus made money with. But now they have a product that actually pays them. It's crazy. It's a great little scam they got going. And the reason people are so susceptible to it is because this sport 20, 30 years ago wanted so badly to have a professional presentation to where these brands could, get the bikes out there, make the sport popular, and sell motorcycles. Well, now they've hit the point where motorcycle sales aren't as good, and the entertainment value of the sport is gigantic. They're still not getting a piece of it. They're still happy just having a place to show them off. It's ridiculous. So in addition to paying to compete, then they get treated like, circus elephants. It's crazy. Teams, riders, you guys have to band together, step up and do something. Please, Roger DeCoster, Mitch Payton, all you guys, get together. You deserve a piece of the revenue like every other professional sport. F1, football, baseball, basketball. You guys are the product. Nobody pays to come see them set up a track and light fireworks. It's the races. It's the stars. It's the people paying to be there are the ones that we pay to go see. It's a big scam, and we need to stop playing along. And the time is now. Right now, the TV deal is getting renegotiated. Might already even be done. They are going to get between 100 and 200, I'm thinking more 200 million per year for the streaming rights to the SMX series. Feld is already grabbing more of the pie. I was told they have bought a significant portion of MX Sports, so they're making their move to control the entire thing. Right now, before that happens, before the TV deal gets announced, these teams need to stand up and make this into a true professional sport where they get revenue sharing, like every other major racing organization or sport. This is the only one that the riders still pay to go compete. Seriously, it's the only one. So that's a problem. And these guys need to wake up and stop just being happy to be there. Yes, it's fun to go racing. Yes, it's awesome to do all that stuff. They do a great job promoting it. But there's a huge amount of money that the riders and teams deserve. Now, the promoters deserve to get rich too, but this is a sport. This is not a circus. Stop treating them like animals and give them their fair share. Or better yet, these guys have to go demand their fair share because they'll never just give it to them. So anyway, guys, thank you. Members, we're giving away the Rick Johnson jersey this month. And then next month, we've got a Red Bull Cooper Webb helmet. Any of the members, once you join, you're automatically entered.